Hello and welcome to Love Enthroned. If this is your first time here, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you're a subsequent viewer and you've not subscribed, I'm watching you. I had a conversation with a friend earlier today, and we're talking about good governance, Nigeria, how we can make things better. And he said something that got me thinking, and I'll just share a little bit of what he said. He said the nitty-gritty of all this, and I am not saying this because I have lost hope, is that no matter how much we advocate for better governance, using the religious angle or whatnot, we are sunk far deep in a rut that only God can literally save us from it. If it's a good president we have, the senators will be evil. If it's good senators we have, the president will be evil. There must always be one powerful element that won't just let things move accordingly. And when I read this message, I had to think. I thought a lot. And the truth of the matter is that in that particular moment, it kind of discouraged me a bit too, because I'm like, that's true. Where do we start from? Oh my God, where? But we can start from somewhere. Why do we always underestimate the power of light? If you're in a very dark room, yes, I agree, darkness can actually be a bit overwhelming. But the moment light comes on, even if it's just one bulb, it illuminates the room to a certain extent. Imagine then if there is another bulb, a third bulb, fourth, or even a big lamp. We are the light of the world, and we are supposed to set the world ablaze, each and every one of us, through our good works, through the things we do. And yes, we're talking about the government, but we are the government. We govern ourselves, first of all, before we go to govern a lot of people. And truth of the matter is, if I can govern myself well, I will make life much, much better for the next person. And the next person makes life better for the others. And eventually just see that, oh, everybody's life is better and things are actually moving. So that's the power of light. And I was talking to a friend too this evening, and we're talking about, still the same issue. And he gave an analogy that was so beautiful. He was talking about, street lights. Imagine you're driving down a highway or express, and there's only one street light. You're coming in darkness until you get to where that light is. And then, there's light. And then immediately you pass, it's darkness again. That is how it seems like when we have few people doing good. But imagine you're driving on that same highway and all the street lights are turned on. It would be beautiful. In fact, you driving, you're like, wow, this place is so beautiful. I think that's that's the same thing that makes other countries look more beautiful than Nigeria, because of light. And that's much light brings, it makes the world beautiful eventually. What am I trying to say is that we are to be united in our good works. We can learn from the ants. If a cockroach dies, or if you drop a crumb of food or something, one ant comes and sees it, and then he knows that I cannot carry this food alone. He goes back and calls a lot of people, and you see them coming together to I actually don't kill them when I see them doing that, because I just feel like, wow, unity, you should carry your food home. Funny, right? But it's just so beautiful to learn from them that we can't actually do this alone. Yes, there is power in your single good. But you can imagine if we're united, if the bad people can be united and then do this whole plan work and embezzling and everything, and then we look at it and we cower in fear. You can imagine how much strength we'll have if we're also united to doing good. Trust me, light is stronger than darkness. We are stronger than evil. And no matter how it seems like Nigeria has gone so deep in corruption or something, we can crawl out gradually together in our united efforts of doing good. So don't be discouraged if you seems like if it seems like you're the only one doing these things. But also, those who are kind of sitting on the fence, it's time for you to pick a side. And I'll beg you, pick the right side. We can actually do a lot of good in our offices, in our homes, wherever we find ourselves, literally. There was one time I was driving in the car with a friend, and the traffic light changed from green to red. The cars in front of him still passed, but he stopped. And then because he stopped, every other person behind couldn't move. And I was teasing him and laughing that the people at the back of you will be swearing for it. This guy who asked you to stop. But if you look at it, the fact that he stopped made other people to also obey. You doing the right thing, trust me, is having effect one way or the other on others. And that's what counts. So not to take too much of your time, do leave a comment. I would like to know what you think.